Alright, welcome to episode 5 of the Character Archives, the mini-series where I take a look at kit reveals of characters that were released before I started my channel. The main objective for this is for newer players who are coming up in the game. These kit reveals will be relevant to them as they will be coming up on these characters. So today, I'm taking a look at Darth Traya. Darth Traya, with the right combination of squad, still is halfway decent. I mean, she's not really like she was when she first came out. She was the meta when she first came out. Now, she's definitely not the meta. Like I said, though, the right team, she can still produce some OP results. Especially now in Grand Arena with omicrons. Slap an omicron on her, get the omicron on SWGOH, and you got a pretty solid team right there. Anyways, as you can tell, this is a little bit old too because it shows gear 12 as the max gear. Now we're pushing relic 10. But anyways, first off, you have Deceptive Strike. That's just our basic. Does a little bit of a zappy. Final text. Deal special damage to target enemy and daze them for 2 turns. Traya inflicts all debuffs on allies to target enemy for 1 turn. If any debuffs are inflicted, reduce the cooldown of Saberstorm by 1. Wow, I'm reading through this key reveal, and this is stuff I didn't realize. I didn't realize they got dazed. And I also didn't realize that she inflicts all debuffs on the allies to the target. It's kind of difficult, though, because with her ability, debuffs are always... Well, one of her abilities, I should say. All of the debuffs are regularly cleaned. So, like, you don't really have debuffs on your team too often. Saberstorm. This is a good move. That's kind of freezing. Actually, I say it's a good move. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it's ridiculous. It's almost like an insta-kill. She throws these things and it'll wipe something out. Other times it's like basic. Does a little damage and it's like, alright, that was cool. But, let's see what it's about. It says, deals special damage to target enemy and inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. If Traya has full health, deal damage an additional time and inflict ability block for 2 turns. If the target is buffed, deal a damage an additional time and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. This attack can't be evaded. So maybe that's what I end up getting when she does a lot of damage. Maybe she's got full health and the target is buffed, and then there's the basic strike as well, and that's when it looks like she's doing extreme damage. Now you have Isolate. That's her special number 2. Isolate I don't personally ever use because it never really sounds that awesome to me to actually worry about using it. But I'm pretty sure I've seen some playthroughs like by Arnold or something, and he's always using Isolate. So maybe there's more utility to it than I've ever paid attention to. I hardly ever use this, but maybe it'll change my mind when I reread this. What does this say? It says, dispel all buffs on target enemy. That's not good. Oh, enemy, never mind. Yeah, that is good then. Increase their cooldowns by 1. And inflict isolation on target enemy until another enemy is isolated or Traya is defeated. Reduce target allies cooldown by 1 and grant them protection of 50% until the end of the encounter. Isolation can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. This attack can't be evaded. Alright, so apparently it looks like isolation actually does something to the enemy and to your teammate. See, I always thought it was something to your teammate only. That's why I never like it. But maybe isolation is good. So what does it do to the enemy? It increases their cooldowns by 1. That's not bad. And they... isolation... Oh, here it is. Isolation. It says they can't gain buffs. That's good. They can't attack or gain positive effects out of turn. That's good. And allies can't attack or gain positive effects during this unit's turn. Okay, that's weird. When used against raid bosses, they can't gain buffs. Characters attacking this unit gain critical damage up and health steal up for 1 turn. Positive effects seclude, well, you know, basically any of that stuff. Turn meter gain, health recovery, protection recovery, assist attack, buffs revive, ally dispel, health equalization, and cooldown reduction. Now, her leader ability. There's also a Zeta on this for, an Omicron, not a Zeta. An Omicron for Territory, for Grand Arena. I have done a video on that one, so I guess you could, I don't know, look back and find that. But for now, we're just gonna do this, the basic leader. So, Lord of Betrayal. Final attacks, Zeta. Sith allies have plus 40% critical avoidance and plus 40% potency. I never cared about critical avoidance. Every single time I ever get a mod that says critical avoidance, I just throw that thing right away. I don't care about crit avoidance. It's useless. I want to increase a meaningful stat. Defense, offense, health, speed. Something good, not critical avoidance. But anyways, she likes to hook up her Sith with that. When a debuffed enemy takes damage, all Sith allies recover 10% health. When an enemy uses an ability outside of the turn, they take damage equal to 35% of their max health, which this damage can't defeat enemies. Which is also why she's pretty great against the Geos, because Geos love taking turns attacking out of turn. And so, while they're going crazy, that's just minus 35%, minus 35%, minus 35%. So, when an enemy gains a buff outside of their turn, they lose 50% offense until the end of the next turn. Oh, I didn't know about that. So you definitely want them getting buffs all the time. Then they're weaker, because they have less minus 50% offense. Unique. Compassion is weakness. Final text. Zeta. When an ally suffers a debuff, Darth Traya gains plus 10% bonus protection stacking until the end of her next turn. At the start of each Sith ally's turn, Traya dispels all debuffs on them and deals damage equal to 5% of their max health for each debuff dispelled. When allied Darth Nihilus or Darth Sion are critically hit or inflicted with a debuff, Traya gains plus 12% offense stacking for 2 turns. Yes, so whenever an ally suffers a debuff, she gains bonus protection, which is why she's always so healthy until the end of her next turn. Yeah, but it's always there. She's always super healthy. My Traya's always got overprotection going on. At the start of each Sith ally's turn, Traya dispels all debuffs on them and deal damage equal to 5% of their max health. Yeah, so I think that damage is to the character, though. So they get rid of their debuffs, but then they're taking 5% damage for each debuff dispelled, I think. So that sucks. You're taking a little bit of a hit, but you're getting the debuffs cleared off, which debuffs are a pain in the dick, stuns or whatever it might be. Okay, get rid of that, boom, and I take a little hit. Okay. Anyways, placeholder. Nice animations, kit looks good. This is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. She's like God mode. 35% health and 50% offense sounds too high on her leader, in my opinion. Question: are leader abilities in any form prevented from boosting isolated enemies? Health steal int isn't on that buff list. I'd like to clarify who this damage is done to at the start of the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what they're just talking about. Is it done to the Sith who has the buffs cleared, or to the enemies? Or the enemies, and if it's done to the Sith target, can it kill them? Yes, it's done to the Sith target. No, it can't kill them. It's just like the other thing with the 35% damage that a enemy takes by attacking out of turn. It can't kill them. It can just whittle them down. Floating lightsabers animation is fantastic. I love how it looks. Her basic throws the debuffs on the enemy. Is it one of each, or could she throw 15 of Vader's dots right back in his face? I don't think it's that. I've never seen that happen, so it must just be like one or something. Sounds that way. Now we wait for her to appear in platoons. This is from 2018, so I have no idea what they're talking about. Platoons? What do they mean? Do they mean squad arena, or... No, but health recovery is, so that would prevent the healing from the steel. This is fucking awesome. Jeepers, that's some nice Sith there. Crikey, the Jedi Exile is going to be hot Sith, given she soloed the Coder Sith Lord Triumvirate. We're all going to die. Well, she was super OP when she first came out, but now, no one talks about her. Let us have our OP leader in peace. I believe I have died and gone to heaven. They captured her character perfectly. OP as heck, but I don't care. It is done to the Sith she could have debuffs from. I don't think it can kill, but who knows? You're correct in the first one, and it can't kill. You're correct, but you're questioning it. So 3 Zetas on Commander Luke. Let Darkseid have their fun, too. Yeah, you get a point there. First, I was just reading that like, are you complaining because she only has 2 Zetas? But I see. They're talking about how the offense, the leader ability seems too OP, and then they're like, well, Commander Luke has 3 Zetas and all that, and he's light side, no one complained about that. She's the raid reward? Sure is. You get her from the Sith Triumvirate raid. Right? Yeah. What are the other two? Yeah, you get her from that. Because then you get Han from the regular raid, and you get Tank Takedown, General Kenobi. Nice! She looks pretty cool and fun. I still don't quite get, though, why she bothers juggling 3 lightsabers around her. Why bother? Surely just use whatever she uses to control the lightsabers instead. Normie Law, very cool character for sure. I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, why have 3 lightsabers just floating around you? If you can make those float, then yeah, pick up anything nearby and boom, there you go. I mean, yeah, they're lightsabers, but, I know, it is silly. It's cool, though. It's her own unique thing, but just saying. I understand where Homeboy's coming from. Well, I'm pumped. Something grand to look forward to get. She's godly OP, but she should be coming from a raid. No problems about that. Kudos on great character with the whole Sith. Just let them shine for a while. It's okay to have multiple strong factions at a time. Yeah, because during these days, they were like constantly changing the meta. It's like, they have this, new thing, that's the meta, new thing, that's the meta. The meta was constantly being replaced by whatever the next new thing was. And it's kind of funny because they say she should be coming from a raid, but nowadays the new OP characters come from Conquest. Unless they're a GL, otherwise, it's funny how the game mode changed. In Coda 2, Cyan cut one of her hands off, and the Exile cut the other one out. What? And the Exile cut the other one off shortly before killing her. Disappointed there's no ability called Apathy is Death. I think I'm in love. Han. Irony. Traya looks amazing, but I'm more amazed at the amount of credits this admin has. Do you guys have a Sims Motherload-esque cheat code you'd like to share? Credits? Where are they seeing the credits from? We're gonna have to take a look at that. I give them 1 month, and then they'll reveal some way OP Rebel Tune. DS, Darkside. Never get enough love. Thanks. So she has about the same awesome Sith telekinesis ability. Oh my. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm sick of these comments. Thanks. So she has some awesome Sith telekinesis ability. Why not just use that to fight with rather than spend it juggling sabers around? Rhetorical question. She's gonna slay. Sith full stop now. Just savage. What can come next? Lol. She is like a one-person Ewok team destroyer. What? Okay. What are you talking about credits, though? I didn't notice that. Where do you see credits? I don't see credits there. I don't see credits there. Oh, up here. Oh. 1,693.5 million credits. Or in other words, 1.693 billion credits. Which is funny, because I'm actually pretty close to that, too. I'm at like 1.5, I don't know the full details, but I'm at 1.5 billion. I just have a 1.5B, where they have a 1693.5M. Since I'm talking about it, let's just take a look. See? Right there, 1.5B. Does it say my full amount? There we go. 1,503,876,157. Granted, this is in today's money, 2023 versus them having that much in 2018, 5 years ago. But hey, I'm there too. I guess all you really gotta do is just save up, That's what I do. I don't waste my time, working on worthless characters, you know what I mean? Like, some people work on a character and get them up to, gear 8 and then give up. I don't do that. I work on characters that matter. If I'm gonna work on somebody, they're going to at least gear 12. Nowadays, well, that's my older characters. Nowadays, it's guaranteed at least Relic 5. If you're getting worked on, you're going to Relic 5. I'm not wasting my time with something weak. So that's why I have a lot of credits, because I'm not wasting my credits half working on something. I'm full on working on stuff. Anyways, I guess we can go back and look at Traya as she is today. Alright, and here is my Traya, only Relic 5, but, the mods, she's got her 3 lightsabers, Relic status, not just stuck at Gear 12, and where is that Omicron? That Omicron is, whoops, it's on this one, Lord of Betrayal. Just to go over, it says, while in Great Arenas, and if there are no enemy Darkside GLs, Sith allies gain 40% critical damage, 40% max health, and 40% offense. While a Sith ally suffers a debuff, they gain 10% bonus protection, which is stacking until the end of their turn, and at the start of each At the start of each Sith ally's turn, Traya dispels all debuffs on them, and all Sith allies gain 5% critical damage, health steal, max health, and offense stacking until 100%. Until the end of the encounter, when an allied Darth Talon is critical hit or inflicted with a debuff, Traya gains 12% offense. for 2 turns. When an allied Darth Nihilus, Darth Scion, or Darth Talon's health falls below 90% for the first time, their cooldowns are reset. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that is for each of those characters. So you get that reset 3 times. The other thing is, this is really like setting up a team for you. You have, obviously, Traya as the lead. Then it says to have Scion, Nihilus, and Darth Talon. That's 4 right there. Now you just need 1 more character, which I would say SWGOH. Depending on who you're going up against. Because SWGOH has his Omicron, so as long as you put his Omicron on him, he's super OP as well. And then you basically have a ridiculously good Sith team. But anyways, yeah, that was the recap, whatever the heck you want to call it, of Darth Traya. And since I'm doing her, I guess the next ones will just be the rest of that triumvirate, you know? Nihilus and Scion. I won't do Talon because Talon's newer. I've already done her. But the other 2, I don't think I've ever done. So yeah, be on the lookout for those. Thanks for checking this one out with me. And until next time, well, I said see ya.